Hey there, friends and enemies, JoPaWrites here again, and today I wanted to bring forth the Overshield meta in Destiny 2 Season of the Haunted. Now, I'm very excited about this. I'm actually running a lot of gameplay with this in Rift Iron Banner right now, and I'm absolutely loving it. However, you can use this elsewhere as well. It's just a build that really focuses on helping your teammates out, always having an overshield, because obviously in PvP and PvE right now, one of the main things is actually healing yourself with Classy Restoration and Solar 3.0. So I wanted to take things in a completely different route, and Rift is honestly the best place for it, because one of the main objectives that people so often forget about is that you need to revive your teammates in order to give your team the best chance of winning. Now, jumping into the build, I wanted to show off right here. We got Ward of Dawn, Towering Barricade, Catapult Lift, Shield Throw, and then Vortex Grenade. That's just what I'm running. Controlled Demolition, which is obviously always very nice for those popcorn-like void explosions. Then we've got Bastion. This is huge. Cast your super to grant an overshield to nearby allies. Casting your barricade grants an overshield to yourself and nearby allies and empowers it, enabling it to slowly regenerate the overshield of allies, bunker behind it, and extend their overshield duration. This is one of the main keys of this build. It's going to make you get an overshield every time you use your barricade. I rock 100 resilience, so I almost always have my barricade up. Going from there, we got Echo of Remnants, so you have increased duration of your Vortex Grenade. And then we've got Echo of Stability. Defeating targets with grenades grants volatile rounds. That's just for the strength, and volatile rounds are nice. And then Void Ability, Final Blows cause targets to explode. So moving on from there, the next key to this build, Precious Scars. Precious Scars is great. Revives grants overshield, but also final blows from weapons with the damage type matching your subclass energy. Create a burst of healing around you. After reviving or being revived, you get an aura that provides overshield to you and nearby allies. This is absolutely massive in game modes where reviving is important, like Trials, like Grandmaster Nightfalls, like Rift Iron Banner. So then my loadout for this is New Purpose. I've got a well-rounded Desperado that I really like. The pulses are very good right now across all types of content. Then we're dunking an Iron Banner, so I'm dunking on the enemies as well. Ruinous Effigy, absolutely a blast to use. It is Void, so it synergizes really well. Final Blows, you grab the Void Transmutation, dunk on their heads, and it is an absolute blast to use. I love it. It is fantastic, and I highly recommend. I'm also using Storm Chaser. If you didn't know, Storm Chaser is not only nasty in PvE, but it's fantastic in PvP. So this makes it a well-rounded loadout. You could take this in the Gambit, pretty much any game mode you could think of where revives are important. The dungeon, any of the dungeons that are out right now, that's what I like, the versatility of this build. Plus, look how handsome this Titan is. He is perfect. So mods, we're running pulse rifle targeting, trace rifle targeting, and then stat increase. We got fastball, momentum transfer. I'm running Radiant Light. I just wanted my melee to be back a little bit quicker, so I added that on. Not really needed. I'm not running any kind of well build or anything like that. Unflinching pulse and unflinching trace rifle. We got absolution trace rifle holster, and then perpetuation distribution. So I'm gonna show off some gameplay now for Iron Banner. And I know this is a game mode that not everyone is thrilled with right now. However, for me personally, I do really enjoy it. Especially when I'm running solo or in a duo stack where I can really have an influence on the game by playing it smart, playing it the right way, helping out my teammates even though they're randoms, and just really playing around them as much as possible. If they are running the orb constantly, then what I'm going to do is adjust my play style to help them out, make sure that we are able to dunk. I'm going to defend against enemy runners, etc., etc. But this build is all about making sure your teammates are getting right back in the fight constantly, throwing up those barricades to give you the overshield to not only yourself but also your teammates, so that way if you're taking on a fight, you're going to have everyone have overshields. And then not only that, but also when you're reviving, getting the overshields as well, because oftentimes what ends up happening is you revive a teammate and they just end up getting farmed, or you get farmed after you get the rest. So that's very nice. And again, you can use this across all kinds of different content if you'd like. It is a lot of fun, and I think Ruinous Effigy is an absolute blast. They have buffed trace rifles in PvE, so if you're running PvE content with this, you can actually dunk on enemies and do a bunch of damage. You can use the trace rifle, synergizes really well with the Void. You get the volatile rounds, all of that kind of good stuff, and it's really just a fun build. This is not going to be the most meta thing you ever used. You're not going to be soloing Grandmasters with this or anything like that. But your teammates are going to love you. It's going to be a lot of fun, and you can take it across all kinds of game modes. Versatility is key for me in a lot of these builds when I make them, because oftentimes I'll throw one on for a week, and that's all I'll use. I don't want to change for strikes or dungeons or nightfalls or PvP or gambit or whatever the case may be. So that's why I throw in these builds, and I'm able to kind of run them across all types of different content. Unless it's something that I'm running solo, then this Precious Scars doesn't work quite as well. However, the Healing Burst is kind of nice. Getting a Healing Burst with a Void subclass is actually kind of nice for this build. Anyway, I'd love to know your guys' thoughts. What are some different builds that people aren't running that you would love to see get a little bit more love? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Helps me out tremendously. I throw all kinds of build videos, not only for Destiny, but also for Outriders, for Marvel's Avengers, all kinds of looter shooters. So subscribe to the channel to stay tuned for all that information. My name is JoPa. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you all later.